William. I don't know, I'm CEO, I guess? I think that's how you put
You
it.
can call him the founding father of Club Penguin 3D.
But that more
He's
sound like an
CEO.
old person. Okay, and today we're going to be just taking questions as we are starting to fix the game because, upon release, a game is going to be buggy, so that's just how it is.
There were some unforeseen bugs on our end that we didn't see during QA testing, but rest assured we are working our best to try to fix these issues and make the end user experience better for you guys.
Yeah, so whilst we look into the bugs and manually fix them, we will be taking questions about Club Penguin 3D's future, just any questions in general about Club Penguin 3D. And to anybody saying the game won't launch, the game is broken, yes, it is, because we are fixing the bugs. Because didn't anticipate that many bugs to appear, but however, we did implement a new penguin model, which is most likely the reason for this. So
yeah, there have been some bugs relating to name tags and newspaper animations, but if there's any crashing bugs, that may or may not be attributed to the computer you're using. Whatever the case is, try restarting your game and try again for loading it.
So the live stream's live for you, right? Like, you could see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it here.
Okay, where's Richard?
Who's Richard?
That's a name I haven't heard in many years. Well, Richard is hiding. I can't say where. I don't know where, but he's somewhere on the island still.
Yeah,
I could say that.
He is somewhere on the island. I mean, why else will we put up wanted posters for him? Like, if any one of you can find him, that reward will be yours. But whether or not anyone will find him, that is yet to be seen.
Let's see.
The model looks so accurate. Thank you, Blunder. It was something that William created the design for, and Y-Drop and Snowfire programmed it into the game, and our animator Lerp did all the very nice animations for the model. And I'd say the overhaul for the Penguin was very well done, I'd say. Really gives the game more life.
It does. The walking animation's excellent. It's excellent. There's tons
Where
of
is-
secrets to be found this update.
Yeah. Where is Cowboy Luigi?
Who?
The guy in the cove.
Oh, come on.
Bro.
Okay, how could you just reveal it like that?
Oh.
Oh, well.
That's it. We're demoting you.
No way.
Fired.
Fired. The ban. Someone asked about Cardjitsu Shadow, and let me think about that real quick.
Do we even have like anything worked on for regular Cardjitsu?
We did, and then we had some complications, and we're basically not allowed. We have to start over.
Oh.
However, Cardjitsu Shadow is basically, I really love the idea of it, and if there's a Cardjitsu, then there's a big chance that will happen, but then again, don't hunt me down if it's not there when Cardjitsu comes out.
Yeah. Was there actually much in terms of like Cardjitsu Shadow laid out officially, like in terms of how it would play and whatnot? Because I'm imagine not
No,
sure.
there's nothing.
I don't think so.
Oh, so that means we'd have to essentially make our own interpretation.
We'd make our own game.
Wow, that would be interesting. Wow.
It would.
Within the upcoming weeks, we're gonna have a lot of new content coming out. We're gonna have new mini games, new clothes, all that. Just gotta stay tuned.
We can't say the specifics, but trust me, it should be content that hopefully you will all like and enjoy.
And yes, we are going to answer give serious answers. Just ask serious questions, and then, there you go. Serious answers.
Yeah. We'll be here for a little while, so ask away, Bro, how do I get into VC? You have to be a wizard.
Yeah, you have to be a wizard.
You have to
be a
have
Pookie.
You have to have the elusive wizard hat that like only 5 people have.
Rarer than the alpha hat? Maybe.
Maybe, I don't even know.
For now,
Andrew, do you
I'll
have the
listen
alpha hat?
Yes, I do have the Alpha Hat and the Wizard.
Can I
Absolute
remake
pro.
Trash Penguin? I think that was a stream Palp did.
Trash Penguin.
Next Halloween, Trash Penguin will be remodeled.
Oh yeah, speaking of Halloween for this year, how's that all gonna be? Considering how our look of the game has changed a lot since then, are we gonna give it a visual overhaul from what it was last time?
It'll be similar.
Yeah.
Because I know like the base models, like the nightclub, gift shop, and whatnot, those will definitely need to be updated. Because in the old Halloween party, that was before we had Y Drop on the team, I think.
Mm-hmm. And the wizard hat being re-released. I'm gonna say yes. Sorry to anybody that thinks it's most rare item, but
At least there will always be the Alpha Hat.
Wow.
Wow.
But still, there's rare items will come and go. So
Yep.
as long as you stay active with the game, then you could maybe pick up a rare item.
Yep. Shall there be a Richard party?
If he asks for one, if he comes out of hiding and turns himself in, maybe.
Maybe.
If he's captured.
Exactly.
Question: the normal card jitsu will come out in 2020.
No promises though.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not sure.
If we're gonna be honest here, we're gonna be spending a lot of our more recent time like working on mini games and whatnot. But if we have the time, perhaps card jitsu could happen in 2020 if we have the resources available.
And Club Penguin 3D's anniversary, release Old Blue for limited time. I feel like that might get some people in, but it depends.
In reality, we've already had our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Of actual release, it's gonna be in October 23rd, I think.
Wait, the beta party and Halloween party were close together?
Yeah, they were very close
They
together.
were very close together.
Wow, dang. Are you thinking of adding a bowling alley and a hot dog stand? Well, we teased the concept of doing a bowling alley a long ago. Maybe it's something we could revisit in the future. And as for a hot dog stand, I don't know, maybe one by the stadium.
Well,
so it'd be a fish dog stand though, because that's what exists in the Club Penguin universe.
Well, I mean, the thing about the bowling alley is that we were originally planning on doing it. It's just we tried to recreate the Club Penguin aesthetic first, and then we'll add all that alpha stuff, beta stuff later on. We're just trying to get the general aesthetic of the game kinda similar. That's my interpretation of it. Yeah.
Dig out the dojo. That's something nobody has brought up yet. Thoughts?
Kinda too late for that.
Yeah. Then again, wait, didn't the dojo exist in like Club Penguin and then later on Dig Out the Dojo happened? Like it was there, but then it got buried later on due to unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah, I think so. It was just I think it was just a single room, and then later they revealed it more and more, I think. But
oh well.
If there's a dojo, then
I don't know if I can.
Just put whatever you want in the designated chat, staff chat. Most frustrating thing that happens.
Update, as far as we know, in the new patch that's going to be out soon, the newspaper glitch is going to be fixed.
Someone asked the most frustrating thing about that's happened in Club Penguin 3D, excluding any drama, of course, but just like I guess development-wise, most frustrating.
I'd say for me, I think the one thing that's a little bit frustrating, and I say this as no offense to any of our team members, a lot of us live in different time zones and also have different things going on our day. So ultimately, one thing that's kind of a struggle from time to time is just trying to get everyone up together to work on the game, which is kind of a struggle, but we find ways to work around it, I suppose.
I mean, honestly, my opinion is I wouldn't count this as drama necessarily, but
Oh no.
finding people that really are passionate about it and
Yeah.
want to put their time into
Oh
it's
yeah,
hard. It's hard.
definitely. Yeah.
I don't know. I think.
Even though I'm an owner, there are people that have done
Mhm.
wonders for us. I mean, it's crazy
Yeah.
how dedicated some of these people are.
Honestly, I love the current team that we have right now, and I wouldn't want it to be changed in any other way.
Exactly. And I think for me, the most frustrating part was when we were starting out, and we have this baseline idea, but then making it into a game and finding coders that could push that idea into reality. That was a
Yeah.
real struggle for us originally.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say from 2017, I believe that's when we started. From February 26th to basically December 23rd, we had like nothing actually done. Like we had concepts, we had models, we had a little bit of a staff team, but the real instigator that started kind of like the real stuff was Snowfire.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. If it weren't for Snowfire, I don't think we'd actually have a game right now. To be a lot of the main code in the game itself is all thanks to him, along with our other programmers on the team, who would be TechnoRazor and Wydrop.
I think overall is that I mean without Snowfire, obviously we would eventually find somebody that's common sense, or one of us would have done something, but it would be completely different and probably nowhere near as polished as it is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with how the game is. Sure, we faced some hardships with some updates released initially, like being a little iffy, but honestly, this is nothing compared to what it could possibly have been like in them.
Alaska Native Mapper, we are highly unlikely to not make a Minecraft Steve hat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Even though Minecraft is a game that has a very big cultural impact, I'm not sure if we could really do that. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Based on that, doesn't fit the CP3D universe.
We don't want to get copyrighted either. So.
I mean, consider our games called Club Penguin.
Well, you just want to.
Yeah.
Better to be safe than sorry, I
Yeah.
guess, at this point.
Yeah. You never know with people. Some people just go in and report our work. Quite rude, honestly.
Somebody asked if Club Penguin 3D will ever end, and to that, it's not good to think about game development like that, where there's going to be an end. Think of it as it never ends, and basically having that mindset isn't going to really get you anywhere. So I'm not, putting a date on it.
There is no date when it ends because,
Yeah.
in a way, the culture of Club Penguin won't really ever end. It's facts, but it's the fact that it's something that we can't determine at all, and it's something that when it happens, but it likely won't happen for a very long time.
Ultimately, in the end, what would deem Club Penguin 3D quote unquote dying would either be a very key staff member leaving or the player base just leaving entirely, but none of that is likely to ever happen anytime soon. So I'd say this game is going to stick around for a very long time as long as all of our staff get together fine and the community keeps the game alive. Because without a community, it's hard to keep a game like this alive.
All right. L3W1S Gaming. What is your favorite thing about CB3D altogether? I'll go first. My favorite thing is just my favorite thing, oddly enough, is getting on. And currently, we don't have the most people playing. That's factual. But my favorite thing is getting on and just seeing a group of friends, just like playing the game. Walking around, exploring, talking. That's really my favorite part about it because it's not necessarily that I'm part of a game; it's that I'm part of a community, and that makes me really happy about clubbing with 3D. And I'd assume it's similar for you guys too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, my personal favorite thing about the game would be how faithfully our team has recreated like the look and feel of Club Penguin in a 3D space. Because if there's one thing that a lot of fan projects, and even Disney themselves couldn't get right, they couldn't quite nail like the look and feel of Club Penguin in a 3D space, but I'd say in general, our team has done an excellent job of that, and it really does feel like something that was officially made and whatnot, and that something would be put up by Disney, and I'm really glad that we've been able to meet a quality like that.
All right, what do you think about the death of Club Penguin Island?
It
I have no
happened.
opinion on it. It
Um,
I'm
happened.
gonna.
I think CPI is honestly way too overhated.
mhm.
It's the fact, obviously, that they make money somehow, and it being a mobile game, membership, whatever, that's annoying. But it's just the fact that it was bound to not really be successful because of its model, and also, I think it wasn't even that bad of a game if you had membership, honestly. But
If you
yeah,
had membership, it wasn't really
Mhm.
that bad of a game. But even if you had that, aside from flexing with clothing and taunts and whatnot, I mean, sure, there was like a short storyline and whatnot, but there weren't like really proper mini games or any of that in the game. It honestly lacked substance, which is kind of funny if you compare that to the original Club Penguin, which is a game that didn't really have substance to it as is, if that makes sense. So the fact that this like 3D game that is technically newer and whatnot, and should be better in every way, somehow has less interesting things to do was just kind of odd. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone on the team was bad or anything and whatnot. I just feel that in the end, like, they were woefully misguided by Disney, because I'm sure if they had more creative freedom and whatnot, they could have made a really nice game.
No, I think it's just the combination of membership-based games and stuff is falling out of style at this point.
Oh, definitely.
But
And
you
it's
know,
all about freemium now.
mhm.
one thing that certainly didn't help for Club Penguin Island's case is the fact that pretty much launched very soon after Club Penguin shut down, which really soured a lot of people's tastes. And also having the game be on mobile only for about a year, that didn't help matters either.
Someone asked, would you guys like to have a bigger team?
I think we're fine. I mean, maybe if we find someone super talented that could help out. Obviously, we have a trial staff right now. But
The
overall, I think we have a decent sized team. Everyone has a role. Everyone does stuff. Yeah.
The only thing at this point that I'd say we would possibly need is a video editor, but other than that, in terms of content for the game itself, we have a pretty solid team as is.
Nah, man, Will's got that on lock with that
I,
unregistered hypercam.
I love the way that Will edits his trailers. It feels very kind of early to mid 2000s, and considering how like the time period or game is kind of based in, I feel it fits really well. And also the kind of unregistered hypercam stuff, calling back to like older Club Penguin YouTube videos. I think that's genius, personally.
Mm-hmm.
What
So
is your favorite CP3D game?
Like minigame?
I think that's what he means.
Wow.
let me think.
Either Astro Barrier or Bean Counters, if I had to say.
I like ice
Fine
fishing.
4 can get intense.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Speaking of table games, though, even though I've never personally played it, I wonder if Mancala would be on the cards anytime soon.
Maybe.
Mancala? Actually, I think that's more likely than not likely to be one of the sooner ones. But we have something planned right now.
Yeah, definitely. We can't say it right now, but trust me, we have something good planned.
Someone asked, would it be nice that some people could be nostalgic of this game in the future, or would you not like it?
What do you mean? Of course we would like that. If
Or
our
you want
game
to be
was
nostalgic if it's still out.
if our game is remembered in the future, I think that would be a really big honor, honestly, because, like, the fact that our game might perhaps one day be remembered by history, like, the thought of that is really cool. And if any of us on the team are gonna be anything, I'd say that us being remembered for working on this game is not a bad thing at all.
And I think, like, the sole purpose of recreating old Club Penguin nostalgia on Club Penguin 3D in a sense. You know, I want other people to experience the like warm, nice feelings of nostalgia that all of us experienced with Club Penguin 3D. So
You mean with the original Club?
yeah, with the original Club Penguin.
I
But-
will admit, even though I didn't really play much in the original days of Club Penguin, as you could say, in fact, I didn't join until 2014. Due to like seeing a lot of commercials for the game on like websites like MiniClip and also on TV and whatnot, I have a certain like fondness for the older Club Penguin and whatnot. You know, in retrospect, I wish it was something that I played because this seemed like it would have been right up my alley. And
I made my account 2009, I believe. It was joined, but let me think.
I think Will joined in like 2008 or 2000.
I think it was early. I made my account
It was the Puzzle
2007,
Party.
but
I 100%. It was the Puzzle Party.
Oh, it was the
That's
one
when I
with the
joined.
rip-off Coconut Mall music. Was it that one?
Yes. Now I remember it.
hey, you don't talk about my favorite track like that.
Okay, I will admit,
Yeah.
I love that
That was my
track, but
igloo music. for
I
a
love
while.
that track, but you can't deny the similarities are kind of uncanny.
Yeah, but you know, come on.
Even screen up, yeah. My favorite party, honestly, would have been. I'm gonna have to go off of based off of whenever I played. I really like the music-based parties. I thought those were always a cool experience, you know.
Mhm.
My least favorite event, though, probably would have been like anything related to expanding the island, which would have been like skate park and mall, because they just felt out of place compared to all the other rooms. And like the fact that the mall removed a room that was pretty classic to Club Penguin, which was the stage, is something I still can't get over.
Well, to be fair, the stage is kind of a dead area.
Okay, I will admit in the later years it was a bit of a dead area, but it was a dead area that was around for quite a long time, you know. So for it to suddenly like go away like that, you know, it's sad. I mean, I know one could be like, why doesn't the same apply for the recycling center? You know, that's an old room and that was around for a little bit. Yeah, it was, but it wasn't around as long as the stage, you know. So I don't think it really is the same case. I just realized that dude with the alpha hat and the 3 glasses, that looks very similar to, at least from here, it looks similar to the penguin shown inside that Screen Hog video that he made.
Very true.
All right. What's his name? Ronxel, could you please DM Andrew on Discord your problem? I'll see what I can do.
How does Rod even have a picture of that build?
Well, nice. Alaska Native Mapper, there's actually a history of CP3D video. It was really well put together. I believe Will's the one who made it, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
There's some quotes. I'm not in it, but still, it's like really interesting.
I was in there for a little bit, probably. Actually, yeah, I was. That was when I was still called Bonzi Buddy on Discord. Fun fact, Screen Hog and Bart can't remember who made the dojo theme for. So, regarding the dojo theme, that's actually a little bit of a weird thing, because as far as I'm aware, so we know for the Elite Penguin Force theme in the Flash games, Green Hog said that it was based off of a piece from the DS game. So what we can assume is maybe the dojo theme was the same case where it was made for the DS game, then a version was made for the Flash game. But apparently none of them can remember which the case was, so we'll never know.
Is there a friend limit on Club Penguin 3D? I don't know. Is there?
I believe so. I think it's 100.
Because I have 117 friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I'm not
gonna
sure.
lie, I only add back staff for the most part because it's just hard with a super cluttered friends list.
I added like everybody. Anyone that sends a request, I just add them.
Oh, I forgot. It's meant to be 75, but you can go over it, but it just starts bugging in after a while.
Well, let's hope Snowfire doesn't. Honestly, if there's only like one match. Will Club Penguin 3D be playable in a browser in the future? Well, Unity for web browsers has been dead for years, and we've kind of toyed around the idea of trying to do some WebGL thing at one point, but it's nothing we've really fully like talked about or anything like that, because doing that alone would be very complicated.
Because I feel like if it's ever possible in the future, and if there's ever a way, then we'll definitely try to see what we can do. But for now, Unity WebGL, is been discontinued for a while, or at least I think it has. So.
Well, the Unity web player originally was discontinued. I think WebGL is still a thing, but I don't really see much people use it, so I can't say 100% about that. Plus, I think WebGL, believe it or not, actually takes up more resources than a Unity desktop app would, because there would be the processing power of the browser and also the processing power of the plugin in the game itself. So doing that would actually be slower than from the desktop game that we have up right now. Okay.
Oh yeah, I could show you the nightclub. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm in the nightclub, and you'll notice some neon effects.
How is Nexus older than me? I was for sure that I was older than him. Wow.
Wait, how old's Nexus?
He's 521 days old. I'm only 420 days old.
I'm 528 days old.
Same, I'm also 528.
Nice.
Wait a minute. How long has Nexus been a mod?
Someone asked, can you play on mobile? Quick answer, no. But, we're not really sure how that'd work, because as much as we'd want a mobile port, we just really don't know how it would be done.
Yeah.
But,
so, so the things that would make a mobile port problematic, one would be the graphics, because as is, our game is apparently kind of demanding and hard to run for some people, so I imagine trying to optimize the game for a mobile device would be pretty hard as is, but also having a good GUI that isn't too cluttered or too small and whatnot to suit everyone's phone screen and whatnot would be hard, because this game on a tablet and whatnot, I imagine that would work fine, but on a phone, trying to make good touch controls and whatnot, I imagine would be very tricky. So while a mobile port is not impossible, it would be something that would definitely require a lot more extra work to develop. Mm-hmm. Plus, another thing that isn't really considered much, but for every so right now we maintain 3 builds of the game: a 64-bit build for Windows, a 32-bit build for Windows, and a build for Mac. That's 3 builds, all of which take a while to build and get working and whatnot, so if we had to add more versions on top of that, that would significantly slow down development, as we'd have to make sure that everything worked on all the different platforms and whatnot, so in other words, don't expect a mobile version anytime soon.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even about work and time, because I feel like most of us would be willing to put it in, but it's also about the resources, because I'm going to say thanks to our donors. Without the donors, this game probably wouldn't be possible. Mm-hmm. It's true, because I would say we've probably gone about $600, $700 just off donation money alone. I mean, don't quote me on that, because I'd have to check, but keeping a server up's pretty expensive, and it adds up. Website, all that stuff. It's expensive, and none of us are taking any money, and I appreciate everybody volunteering, putting in their efforts in making this game.
Definitely. Wait, was there public? Sure. Was there public testing during alpha, or did you have to sign up?
Oh yeah, I think you have to be chosen
during alpha.
For
you have to be part of the buddies team.
Yeah.
We mostly just selected people that were. We mostly only selected people that what's it called? That were around for a really long time. That were trustworthy. and staff and all that.
Yeah.
For the most part, if you didn't do any work on the game, or you didn't, or if you weren't part of the elite alpha crew, as I like to say, uh, you weren't in the.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone asked if
Okay,
we could say bad words in the game, and I think we all know the answer to
No.
that.
No, but there have been some people wondering why we can say words like, and I'm using these only in context. Damn, apparently can be said in the Discord and not in the game. We're not sure quite about
It's
that
part of
because Discord is like 13 plus and Club Penguin 3D is theoretically for any age. So yeah,
I think it's more for the reason of just being for all ages, and there's a good chance that kids are going to be playing this, and some kids, don't want to have curse words being said.
we don't want parents coming up to our DMs being like, "Hey, why is my little Billy seeing stuff like this? This is unacceptable." Also, as for Medieval Party, that would be one of the most complex parties to work on, so I don't see us working on it anytime soon, but whenever we have more time in the game fully developed, that's definitely a party that we would love to do.
open or live. I'll give you. I'll unban you. Just please DM Andrew on Discord and give me your info, and I can unban you.
I
Or
didn't know
just
you
go to
get
ban appeals.
banned for saying, the D word, but
You do. You get a 2-hour ban.
jeez.
However, you get overdone another.
Alright, we'll need to fix that, I guess. But someone said Club Penguin 3D in Portuguese. I think
man.
that's a big topic because
We have, yeah, on the topic of that, we have a lot of like international players, which really is pretty surprising and amazing to us. But the main issue of that is that we are primarily our team for the most part speaks English, with some members being from like different countries and speaking languages and whatnot, but for the most part, we all speak English. But the main issue is that if we had another language for the game, that would mean we would have to have another server dedicated solely to that language, and we'd also need someone on the team to know that language well, because we'd have to adjust the whitelist, the blacklist, and all that and whatnot. It'd be, and we'd also have to localize all the text assets in the game to be friendly for other players. So it's not impossible, but we would definitely need a dedicated team just for doing that alone.
so whenever it's possible,
We
we'll do
need,
it.
We
we need a lot of people and resources and people to know other languages. I would not be opposed to it, but mostly English and Spanish are the two that we really have covered.
Brazilian
Portuguese.
people.
If we get to it, we get to it. We actually have a pretty decent Spanish following because we have multiple Spanish staff members who promote the game to their audience. And also we had a YouTuber by the name of, I believe, Foxfire Raul, who made a video and promoted the game to a lot of Spanish users. So we actually have a decent amount.
Can we have Boundary Break dissect this game? Well, we're just a fan game, so if he did a video on us, I'd be very surprised about that. But then again, at the same time, doing a Boundary Break would imply that would require hacking the game in some way, and I don't think the coders would be too happy about that. So don't go expecting anything like that.
I mean, you never know who'd be able to promote us. I mean, it's not that hard to find.
I mean, I guess.
We can find some.
I guess if they mean like break the actual room boundaries, then that's fine.
If you've seen like Boundary Break videos, they like to take the camera and like explore the room, see all the little details that are made to craft the game and whatnot. It's nothing like hacking, like like doing anything offensive.
I feel like if it was done in like a way that didn't involve hacking, like exporting files or something into a program,
maybe we could have like a special like command that allows you to move the camera freely or something. Will there be Easter eggs?
There already are.
There already are.
You just gotta look around. Will there be codes like Club Penguin?
I don't really know. I think they mean like special codes we give out, like Twitter only or something, for items.
Do you mean like Cardjitsu codes and that kind of thing from like cards, books, and all that?
I remember the alpha codes. I'm not going to talk about that. That was a while ago. But
okay,
yeah,
that must be really old.
That's
the first time I heard that. Hey.
Yeah, we're not going to go back to that.
Let's just say we've changed a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Free cam would be awesome for videos. For like music videos and whatnot, would be a pretty cool idea. Though I imagine trying to program controls for that could be a little bit tricky. Will there be memes? That's up to you guys. We don't make them. You guys do. It's up to the community for that kind of thing.
No, I think I saw a good meme on Reddit, the Club Penguin Reddit, but I can't post it here. But you know, if you're in the comments of the Western Party thing I posted on Reddit, then there's a nice little meme for you. Pretty good.
Dang, that guy that we found created that project in a very short time. That's impressive.
Wait, are you talking about the game? I'm not gonna say much.
Oh yeah, he actually did it pretty fast. And
yeah, he did it. He did it very quick. All he had to do was ask for the assets from the appropriate person, and he assembled it very quickly. And it's overall put together very well, aside from some weird graphical oddities. But that's because he had to remove shaders last minute for performance reasons.
So expect some games to be happening soon, but that's all I can say.
Since we're live on stream, there's going to be a hotfix coming to the game in about an hour, which should fix some of the bugs that are happening here. So stuff like the newspaper and other things like that, that should be fixed very soon, so look forward to that.
Loading screen, is it a 3D object or a separated room? I think I could check, hold on, because I have the files open. Let me look. Hold on.
What build do you have? I thought.
No, I have open source. Let me just check if loading is a.
Because I think for the current version it was slightly changed because he added like a logo and like things. I think I don't know.
To be safe, I'd say it's a separate either GUI object or just a normal object because I don't see it in any of the room files. So it's probably just an object since the penguin occasionally might clip through it. So
yeah, that sounds about right. Because if the loading screen was a separate scene, that would be pretty inefficient for loading, if you ask me. So. Will there be a feature where players can stack on each other? Oh, so you mean like they stand on top of each other instead of like flipping through each other?
Oh, wait, actually, I'm gonna take this one real quick. For me personally, I would say no, just because I think a lot of people, or some people, like to, if there's no collisions, then people could clog up certain paths in the game and sort of cause like much, like clog up all the rooms. And
I didn't consider that.
If we ever eventually get a whole bunch of players, people could stack on top of each other, and people couldn't leave rooms technically, or like go to certain areas.
Wow, I never even considered that aspect of it. Wow.
Because that's what's happened in Habbo Hotel. I think
pools closed.
Yeah, they were raided a lot, and until they turned off collisions with other players, then that's when it basically became useless.
I think they added it back at some point out of like sheer demand, but I can't remember. Does this game have first person? Yes, you can press the tab key and you can go into a first person view.
And this is first person. It's pretty nice if you want to get up close detail, I guess, but
yeah,
I don't really use it much.
What is there for anyone who would want that gun?
Oh, this is a good question.
CP3 VR mode. Okay,
Well,
so first things
you
first,
know,
does anyone on the team aside from Norway even have a VR headset?
not me.
Because as far as I'm aware, he's the only one that would have that, and if we were to develop a VR mode, a good amount of our staff would probably need VR headsets to test that. So, since none of us actually even have VR, I don't think we'd even attempt to do that. But who knows? Maybe if somehow the staff miraculously gets VR equipment someday, we could consider it. But then again, that would require essentially programming an entire different version of the game, I think. But I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure about the true specifics of how VR works in games, honestly.
I think once it becomes more accessible to, I think the general population, like more affordable and, you know, out there, I think it'd be good to have it. But, you know, not many people have it, and certain situations, games like VR chat, there's only a short margin of people actually in VR on that game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lewis, will there be a GUI high function so people can take pictures? That's actually a feature I think would be really nice because, like, let's say if you just want to have it to where it's only the penguins and whatnot on screen, you don't want to have the GUI covering anything up. We could consider adding that at one point, so
Yeah,
stay tuned, maybe.
I think that's a
As
nice
for
feature.
a swimming animation and well, there isn't really enough water
That's
to
not
really
happening.
warrant that. So, plus, even though Club Penguin Island has swimming animation, Club Penguin never had that for obvious reasons. So, why should we have one of those? Ping trials. Wait a minute. Huh.
Mode to hide all the other players. I'm not really sure that would exist, to be honest. I think if you mean to hide other players' name tags, I think that'd be a useful feature for screenshotting, but, you know, other than
Well,
that.
for me, if we're
concerns.
hiding anything, it would just be UI. Because if I'm taking a screenshot, I'd at least want like others to see the names of the players and whatnot. I just want stuff like the chat bar and buttons to be hidden if a feature like that exists. Will there be a dabbing animation or Fortnite animation? If you
No.
give us $1 million on Patreon, sure.
Yeah. But animating itself is already hard enough as it is, so yeah.
Well, our new penguin was kind of designed just to like make it easier for people to animate stuff in the first place,
Yes.
but you guys will probably never know that because the chances of us releasing this model are zero because we fear what the community would probably make.
Fortnite dance.
I mean, heck, whenever we released the original render model for the Club Penguin sprites, I think like within the first hour someone made first stuff, but I can't quite remember. Fun fact, the debug menu in Club Penguin, it's hard to make 4x3 videos with the GUI. There is a 4x3 mode. In fact, if you look at our tour video with the unregistered hypercam and whatnot, you can see the game is running in 4x3. How optimized it is for that, though, I don't know, man.
The quality would just be relatively low, I'd say.
As for like custom dances, like with jackhammers, guitars, and whatnot, that's definitely something we want to do in the future. But for now, we're currently focusing on other things. But rest assured, we will work on that in due time. To you. Could you make the clouds move? I think in order to do that efficiently, we would need to have 3D clouds, which, if I'm gonna be 100% honest here, we might want to consider doing that at one point, because the kind of low qualityness of the clouds right now is a little bit jarring, and I've seen many people mention it in the YouTube comments, so we might consider redoing the clouds in 3D at one point to alleviate the quality issues and the happy. what would happen to the servers in the case of a Quackity raid?
Oh wait, I'll take this
Honestly,
one. Actually,
if
so
that ever happened to us, I'd be honored, but at the same time horrified.
so basically, the servers I think can only handle a certain amount of people. I'm not certain how many, but it's probably not, like 25,000 people. But I think rating wouldn't really do much, I guess, where, the server would just crash probably until we later expand the servers. But I don't know, it's like I'm all
Server
up for
expands as
promotion.
we expand.
Mm-hmm.
So once we see a consistent rise in users, bigger, more players, more stuff to do, you know the gist. Once we see a bigger amount of that, then we will start to expand our servers. Especially because more people means more donations, most likely.
Could you just get a better resolution for the cloud texture? I don't know.
Well,
Does
the
a better
problem is
resolution work this?
the cloud texture is, I think, in 4K, or that's how I at least optimized it. But
Well, the main issue,
you know,
with it is that it has to be stretched across this massive skybox, and whenever you have to stretch a texture out like that, that poses a lot of issues with trying to make it look decent.
because straight lines become curved lines once you put it on a spherical projection.
Yep.
So I think, I don't know, until we figure out how Unity does their skybox projections, then not sure.
Any background music? We have music in the game, how it's playing on stream or anything like that, but we have music coming from the original Club Penguin, some original compositions done by our members, and remixes as well. So we have music. As for on stream, I think there's a playlist of Club Penguin music playing right now.
Yeah.
If it is, I can't actually hear it, so I don't know. Unless it's just quiet.
And as for, I think, music, whenever we can, we always try to use the original Club Penguin music in very high quality. I think lossless quality, I think, is what we've been using.
That would be part of my work, is I'm kind of like a scavenger for those kind of things and a big freak about audio quality, so one of my main jobs is just to go around finding this music in higher quality, which is, while it is a minor thing in the presentation department, I'd say compared to like other Club Penguin projects, I'd say it makes us look better quality compared to them, since we have, like higher quality music that doesn't sound like it came from 2001 or something. From like
Devils in the details.
And someone else, didn't this get breached or something? That was in October, and I'll take this, I guess, where it was actually just a false positive. Nothing really got breached, I don't think. And I think our security measures are the best that we can place. And I'd like to say that they are very well put together, our security now. And the game is as safe as we can make it. So I don't think you'd really have to worry about much right now. Let me see. There's a lot of questions. I'm surprised.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here tonight, which is really cool.
Oh, also the skybox isn't a skybox. It's more like a sky sphere because it's a spherical thing, not a box. But let me see. Scrapped
so much
snowball
more.
game.
Scrapped. Will you be adding the scrap snowball battle game?
Oh yeah, I know. I think that was Snow Blasters. I think they're talking about. But if there ever is room for more games, which of course there's going to be more room in the future, then you never know.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here, but is Snow Blasters like some kind of first-person shooter with penguins and snowballs, and the goal is to like knock everyone out with snowballs or something? Is that what that would have been?
In Screenhog's sketchbook video, he talks about it, I think.
Oh, okay. I guess I'd have to check that out. I was just going off the name
Let me see. Also, sorry about the thunder sound that was heard a few minutes ago. I'm in Florida, so of course there's gonna be rain at this time of day.
I can't remove my clothes. Try click G Penguin. Try going to your inventory and click on the items you already have equipped, and that should remove the clothing from you.
And if you experience any other issues, if you're in our Discord, report it in gameplay issues.
In fact, anyone who's watching this stream right now, I'd probably recommend joining the Discord, as that's where most of the activity goes on for the game and whatnot, and that's where you can like find meetups and all that cool stuff.
Someone asked about EPF missions. I wouldn't say EPF, but the original missions, PSA, those will be most likely added sooner than you think. So, we'll see.
We will have to wait to see. Will the penguin ban the actual mascots? I mean, are they not already mascots?
I think at most they'd be AI, because unless it's a single character, I don't think we have enough staff to spread across 4 separate mascots at one time.
Yeah, and Steamport, no, we are not doing that, because if we did that, Disney lawyers would be at our doors pretty much immediately, so, no.
Didn't a Toontown game did that? Not gonna name anything, but...
I'm not gonna name the specifics, but one game did that, and technically speaking, it was legal due to some laws and whatnot in other states, but at the same time, doing that was still a ballsy move regardless and whatnot, and we're not going to be doing that with Club Penguin 3D. That's just no.
Unlikely unless some miracle happened.
If it ever did get onto Steam, we'd pretty much have to rebrand the game to Club Bonzi Buddy 3D or something.
Very cool 3D penguins in 3D.
Yeah.
Penguin Chat 3D.
Our own original idea.
Will you be able to waddle around some PSA missions, or will it be remade with point and click?
You know what? I don't know about this, because we were discussing this the other day, and I don't think we have anything set in stone for this one night, because it's do we just go for a straight up remake, or do we actually have them be explorable in the 3D space? Because having it explorable in the 3D space, while it would be cool, would mean that it would be harder to program, and if we just did a straight one-to-one recreation but with 3D models, that would be easier, yeah, but I'm not sure if that would exactly captivate players as much, so we're still trying to discuss how to approach that. Is Rockhopper coming to the island a possibility? Who knows? To him.
Depends if he leaves Rockhopper Island, I guess.
Yeah. Not our call. It would be cool if Shadow Guy and Gamma... Okay, I'm sorry, but who?
Oh, wait, I know who those are. Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm sorry, I didn't play
as much. Well,
I didn't play in the olden days.
So, at the stage, there used to be plays and stuff, Question of the Golden Puffle and stuff. There was superheroes. And those were the 2 superheroes, and...
Oh, gotcha.
If we ever do stage opening and with plays and stuff, then, yeah, you could for sure see them, there.
And
the
I guess
part is that there's no save chat, so we wouldn't know how to do all the, scripting stuff, but actually we could, I don't know.
Save chat could be something that would be done, but to be honest, I think I could trust enough people, because the thing is, even though Club Penguin 3D technically be played by anyone, I think we can trust our user base enough to remain civil in the game, right?
Let's hope. I mean,
yeah.
No promises, but, that's what we're expecting. I don't know.
The one may never know. Screen Hog made it behind of the Shadow Guy and Gamma. Oh, did he? Huh. I guess I'll have to check that out. I keep on seeing the error hat on thinking that there's a bug in the game, but then I have to remind myself.
Exactly how I wanted it to be used.
Man. What if for April Fool, year, we just had like errors everywhere, and we just said you have to install Counter-Strike Source to view the rest of the game.
Maybe. Ooh, someone asked migrator maybe, and coins for change. That is something I really want to talk about because
Last year we already donated $100 of my money. I'm just saying in general, but it was in the name of causes.
but I think once we're that large, I would love to do coins for change.
Yeah, man, that would be great to do.
That'd be great, especially if we could find. I mean, obviously it would have to be smaller scale. There's no way we could donate $1 million, but it would be really cool if we could.
I'd say once we have like more of a reputation, it's definitely something we want to do. There needs to be an error party. I mean, April Fool's 2018 was kind of like that. In fact, the coffee shop, I think, had like missing textures everywhere.
Oh yeah, I think it did.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. Do you guys pretend to add loot boxes to the game?
Wipe sweat off forehead.
I'm sorry. Loot boxes is a very, very odd way to put it. It's a surprise mechanic, man. Come on.
But just to clarify, as a more serious answer, we never plan on having paid interactions or paid access to anything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So no membership.
Can people submit cosmetics like the TF2 workshop? That is a very interesting idea, but I don't think it would work 100% like the workshop, because with the workshop, pretty much anything can go on there and be approved and whatnot. But how I think we would tackle something like that is that someone submits like a clothing item or whatnot, then we approve or disapprove of it, And another thing is that if people wanted to make clothing items, they would no doubt need like the actual penguin model so they could be modeled correctly and work on the penguin rig and whatnot. And the idea of releasing the penguin model, no offense to you guys in chat, would be a dicey thing, so I don't think we'd have any kind of workshop feature in the foreseeable future, but you never know. Also, newspapers.
Let's see, postcards. I think we were talking about that.
Yeah, we could definitely. I'd say that might be in theory one of the simpler things to do, because that would be, we'd like make some renders, put some text on them, We also toyed around with the idea of making custom postcards, but I'm not sure how exactly it would be tackled. Like maybe like preset phrases or something. I don't know.
And as for Candace and the Penguin Band making music videos, I don't think we're that, high budget yet where we could hire people to just, sing and, animate music videos yet. But
maybe we could make our own very amateur videos if we wanted.
Like a Minecraft parody version.
Yeah. We just gather up all the staff and then we just have a mishmash of just, I don't know.
It's possible.
I mean, yeah, who knows? Richard.
And the penguin T pose.
I mean, if you try hard enough, maybe.
If you glitch out, maybe.
Does the penguin even T pose in development? I thought it did.
No, it doesn't.
No, because
I think it's more like an A pose or something like that.
Because the way I modeled it is I never rigged it myself, so I never exported it in a T pose. I just did the neutral pose.
I think it was either LERP or White Drop that did the rig.
Yeah, maybe it was LERP. It might have been White Drop though.
Yeah, I can't quite remember. What engine do we use to make the game in? That would be Unity, because it was the most accessible engine to us, And I'd say, it's very easy to work with compared to other engines, and we don't have to do all sorts of weird licensing stuff to use it.
Yep. And the hotfix update coming very shortly, according to Snowfire. And actually, let me mod him right here, because...
Oh yeah, good idea.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And...
I think you will move CP3D to the Unreal Engine. Not a chance. We already have this much done.
Yeah.
Changing engines. Number one, it would cost a lot of money.
We'd have to
redo. It would cost a lot of time.
we'd have to redo everything, and plus Unity would limit the amount of players that could play because people already have issues trying to play this game somehow as is on Unity. Do you imagine all the issues people would have trying to play this game on Unreal? Like, come on.
Because I mean, it's in the name, Unreal Engine. I mean, it's supposed to
Wow,
look
how
real,
unreal.
but I wouldn't really say a Club Penguin game fits with Unreal Engine.
I mean, if we ever did Unreal Engine, do like Unreal Engine 1 from the 90s.
Alright, excuse me for interrupting, but
yeah.
Yo.
So someone asks card jitsu in the future. We've already covered this, but I'll say it again. Card jitsu is something that we probably could do, because in reality, it's just a glorified rock, paper, scissors. I mean, that's really what it is. It's a glorified rock, paper, scissors. So honestly, I feel like we could do it, but our focus isn't on that, because implementing the multiplayer. You guys even saw with CPR. CPR already had all that groundwork there, and they have a very good staff team, and even they had trouble implementing it. So we'll see how it goes with us.
Ooh, this is a good question. Do you guys intend on making a cutting room floor article to document cut content and stuff? Well,
that would be interesting. Though
Actually,
it would be weird because us as developers make that would be weird because usually it's like fans that make that kind of thing.
Yeah, but
well, I think I've actually been thinking about making a video, finding all the cut ideas, all the cut stuff, and kind of just like splicing it together.
That would be a lot of stuff to go through because we have a lot. Even though we've only been developing this game for 2 years, we have a lot of stuff from like development and whatnot. You know, it's
Yeah, man, Snowfest, that was legendary.
also for a Cutting Room 4 article, that would imply data mining game, and as someone that has tried that personally, doing so isn't exactly possible as it would usually mostly crash tools. So, unless someone can somehow find a way to circumvent that, I wouldn't expect a Cutting Room 4 article anytime soon. But who knows?
But,
who knows?
I don't know. I feel like there's enough unreleased content right now, probably because I have a lot of stuff that I like modeled out and like did concepts and stuff for that never I really wanted to either show staff or staff didn't really like it. However, releasing them, I'm not sure because again, it's content that never was finalized. So
yeah, because the thing is with non-final content, there's always the matter of if, well, who knows? Maybe it could be reworked someday into something, So I don't know.
But I think it's like the same argument with I think like dead artists and stuff, how they release their unreleased content and how that's a very touchy subject. I think it's almost the same thing. But
well, CPR had to deal with pre-made 2D environment. Yeah, we had to program we had to program in 3D model everything. So, in theory, comparing this to like Club Penguin, really all you have to worry about is like making a drawing and then applying whatever like collision boxes. I guess I don't really know how it works in Flash, and that alone is pretty simple. But 3D modeling and programming is a lot more complicated within the Unreal Engine. So I definitely could say that. Yeah, this game is definitely a lot more complicated to work on than a typical Club Penguin private server Flash thingamabob. Will you add the... Oh, William.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question. They're asking about those lighting demos about day and night. I really like those, but at the same time, I don't know.
So what I did is we implemented the day time one. However, a day and night system, we've been on the fence about it because there's, great perks for it. However, stuff like the Christmas party and stuff, that was one of the special features to have, it at night snowing. But if we ever find like a crossroad that we could take or, make a definite choice, then it will come because the night was certainly my favorite looking out of,
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if we wanted to, maybe we could conduct a poll and see what the community wants. Get a little more interaction. What do you add the theater? In due time, but right now we're currently focusing on other stuff like mini games and whatnot. Because if we did the theater, that means we'd also have to like transcribe all the scripts and also build all the sets and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the CPR stuff had to deal with the pre-made 2D environment. CP3 is custom-made environment.
Everyone,
That's true.
restart your game right now. Everyone on stream,
Yeah.
restart your game.
Ooh, actually, let me restart. I forgot to.
Sorry for interrupting. I just figured I should
Oh, you're good.
go on.
But the thing about CP3 that's different is that we have to like do everything from the ground up, which is in turn I would consider a lot more difficult than just changing something that's already there. So I'm just compared it because considering it took CPR that long to do it, it'd probably be pretty difficult for us to do it, especially because a lot of us are just novices.
Mm-hmm. Launch. Will it be tradition effect? If you ever played Club Penguin and you saw how there were sound effects for those in the later days, no, we're not going to be doing that because we don't want to destroy our users' ear. Your version is out of date. Dang it.
Okay, now it works.
There we go. Let me try opening a newspaper. Hey, it's fixed! Oh my god, it's actually fixed.
It's what I call
Excellent
a
work, Snow.
pretty fast fix.
Excellent
I'll give
work,
him
Snow.
props.
Dang.
That's actually pretty great.
Yeah, I was really worried that it was gonna be like really hard to diagnose and fix, but you fixed it first try. Wow, excellent work, dude. VHS thing. Actually, what? Let me read the update logs. Invalid table ID. So the name tag issue was fixed, which is good. Newspaper issue was fixed. That's all good. The furniture IDs are all fixed, so you now be able to get all the new furniture items. And perfect game banner not sending exit. I'm assuming that's referring to bean counters if anyone wants to check them.
When will the stage be added? I'm not sure because we didn't plan on it. However, there might. I think there were 2 to 4 models. I think that were made of it.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, there was. I forgot about that.
but it was just the exterior, I think, unless there was an interior model that I didn't know about, which is probably true. But
Probably Palo Knight might have something modeled somewhere.
it was either Y-Drop, Palo, and I. We both all did models. Let me see. Oh, dang. Can I start off the mod menu? There's not really a mod menu, to be honest.
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know this game, because if one does, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, there's no mod menu. It's just if you press someone's profile,
Yeah, that's about it.
then you can just do bam, kick.
Because it's
We're not going to demonstrate that feature on stream, however, because I mean, there's no one to really demonstrate that on. So
it's not like we could like fly around the islands like free open camera.
that would be cool, admittedly, but I don't know. I haven't lost a single life yet. I say that and I'll probably lose one in my
Mod menu basically looks like this, you know, just usual kick, ban, mute, you know.
Ooh,
Very
leaked image, oh my god.
Adding new igloos or flooring, that will definitely happen once we make new igloos. I think we have other igloo models. But,
I think so, yeah.
You know, but
in fact, wasn't like one of Lerp's first thing like a new igloo model? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Can't quite remember.
And the reason why Aqua Grabber music is playing is because, as you can see, my game sound is muted, and I am playing just a playlist of Club Penguin music.
Hi.
So, hold on, let me scroll down.
High quality music provided by yours truly. So why exactly does this truck full of beans have anvils, fish, and vases of flowers in them? Like, I never understood that.
They're also a furniture unloading business.
I guess maybe their business name is Java, like the programming language.
It might be. The music is really quiet. I did not know that. Let me increase it a bit.
I mentioned that briefly earlier, but
Alright, there we go. I increased it a little bit. Also, no one ever explains the gift shop outside. You have these boxes, but like, what's in them? Is it like Play-Doh or
candy?
You know, that's the thing about Club Penguin and its drawings. Some of it is so elusive that you don't even know what to model for it. So
you know what?
You just model what you see.
I don't even think the artists that drew them even like know at this point. They're just like, I don't know, it looked cool.
I don't know. I just wanted to get home.
Well, I'm just toying around with some coding thing that I'm trying to do, and I just realized I spelled private wrong, and I've been trying to fix it for 35 minutes.
Oh god.
Like I didn't know. I just have to look back and check that.
Easter eggs in the boxes. Very cool. Is my Wii controller compatible?
What?
I don't know.
If you want Wii control Club Penguin Game Day on the Wii, I guess.
Summer balls.
Keeping it life.
Colored snowballs.
Okay, no, because that brings up some bad implications I will not go into here.
Okay. Well.
Okay, well, I can't believe I made that.
Well, it could be. That's actually a good answer. Has Screenhog released the music that he's done behind the scenes? Yeah, he did.
Well, he has, but let's just say, well, he's done it in his videos, but the high quality versions that you hear here, well, let's just say magic. Speaking of, this is currently not in the game, but Screenhog actually composed a brand new musical track for Club Penguin 3D at some point that will likely re-implement in the Plaza, I want to say.
That's right, I remember.
I earned 1,061 coins. 1,061 coins. That's a lot of coins for me. Snowfire on the public server? Oh, that's a rare sight if I ever saw one.
That's right. I completely forgot that you could change the inputs. I don't know why I forgot that. That's
I
good.
wonder. You know what? I've always wondered this. Well, could you stay still for a moment?
Yeah.
Does this actually? I was gonna see if it was possible to like kick other moderators.
Wow. Okay.
No, you can't.
Okay. Okay.
I tried doing that and now I'm stuck in place. Like
Oh, I could kick you, but you can't kick me.
Oh.
Well.
Wow. Okay, I deserve that to be fair. Dang it.
Ooh.
Still,
Oh, dude, there's a penguin with a mustache on the newspaper. Very cool.
You know what? Screenhawk did show an unreleased mustache item. It would be cool to have that come to.
Maybe.
It's the original CP.
Games input control. Oh yeah, I forgot there was custom control mapping, which in theory could allow for controller mapping if you really wanted to. It looks like Vlad got Y colored stone. Very cool. Wow, that last commit log seems very suspicious.
Oh well.
I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna go into it here. But...
Also, thank you very much, Edward. It means a lot. Much appreciated.
I interviewed Will, but you lost.
Oh yeah, he did.
That stinks. He lost the audio file.
Well, he still has it on YouTube.
Oh. William over Bonzi.
Let's just be real. Come on.
I
JK,
am
JK,
a
just
purple ape. I am a purple ape that goes on and help users browse the internet, tell jokes and other cool things. And you say that I am inferior compared to Pepsi Man?
Yes. Pepsi Man is big and buff. And very cool.
Never forget the Drake and Josh profile picture.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Will?
Green Pepsi Man.
Where's the door hole?
It's there. I drew it with a magic marker.
You were supposed to cut it with the power saw.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Bonzi, shush, you gave me 80 pounds of power. Okay, for the record about that, at one point, Bonzi Buddy did send info of its users to a server. That server has been dead since 2004. Bonzi Buddy is not a virus anymore. Quit thinking that, people. I am perfectly safe. I will not hurt you. Make the heavy update. I think the pyro, well, I mean, the heavy got the second banana, so. Can we have a heavy update before Valve so we can copyright strike them? You know what, now that you mentioned, like, heavy and whatnot, you know, I just honestly, like, maybe, like, a Club Penguin 3D, like, source filmmaker kind of thing would be pretty cool. Though I think Will sometimes does, like, animations and cinema for it.
But, you know, it's like, I'm not the person that would do animations.
Well, I mean, you can do them, it's just they're not really done well.
Someday.
Open air, if the heavy was in Club Penguin, that would be very odd. I mean, don't you see how tall he is compared to these guys? He'd probably crush him with his foot, honestly. Like a bunch of ants, which would be no good. Actually, how big are the penguins to, like, a human?
I thought it was like 1 foot or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if, like, Screen Hog or anyone proportions or anything. CP3D penguins in Gmod. I don't know. VR chat. I get imagery of people using our model and saying profound stuff using it in VR chat, so I am the water weapons guy. If there were any weapon, well, it would probably just be like snowball guns or something like that. Because, well, having real guns in a game with penguins, that's not for us. But there is a mod for electric gun.
I could just imagine our penguin with an assault rifle, just like running around.
Imagine just like them
Battle
with
Royale.
yeah. Imagine just like a giant samurai sword and you just go. Okay, no, I'll stop. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned because our talented modeler slash programmers, Wide Drop, he originally, before he started doing work for us, he originally was making a Club Penguin Royale kind of game, I think. But then he dropped development for that to come help us, which I think was really nice. Not the snowball gun, hot sauce. Well, I mean, hot sauce, if we're talking about, like, actual, like, weapon classes, a hot sauce bottle would be compared to that of, like, a flamethrower, you know, and then a snowball blaster could be compared to that of a shotgun? I don't know.
It's possible, I mean, you never know.
Or would a snowball shooter be more like a minigun?
You know what? This is a talk for another day.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Soon on Club Penguin 3D.
Soon, TM.
Find out on the next episode of Club Penguin 3D. Froky, no. Shotgun equals snowballs with spikes. Maybe.
Technically, you could rob a gift shop because it does have a vault.
Wait a minute. So, as far as remember how that vault used to open up?
Mm-hmm.
what if so that vault no longer opens up, right? What
I
if
don't think so.
what happened is that Richard was trying to rob the gift shop, but then as he was doing that, the vault was permanently shut, and now he's stuck in there.
Epic. Recently found polar bear found in safe.
Sniper equals T-shirt cannon. Like what? Like that one episode of SpongeBob where there's a cannon that shoots like stuff.
But yeah. Also, these chairs in the gift shop, you could sit in them. They're massage chairs. I think
Yes.
we're like, I don't know what you call them. It's not massage chair, but it's like something for your hair.
I just realized that one, the pinup, that's still using the old model. Is that Richard's sister?
It could be. Oh no, he's picking up the hidden dynamite. He's gonna do it. Actually, I don't even know. Is there stuff in there? In the safe, or is it just something attached to the wall?
If I'm being
No, there's
serious,
stuff in there.
there was stuff in there, but I can't remember what. I'm sure someone recorded a video of it at some point.
I guess you could say to answer a question, it's been delayed.
Haha.
I've been delayed.
And if anybody wants to, or if anybody is planning on exporting models, this is probably the one you'd want. Just saying.
Yeah. The old Penguin model was clearly superior. I can't believe that you guys replaced it. That's shaking my head.
Let's see how superior. Wow. Biggest comparison.
No, but seriously, if I'm gonna be honest, got the new Penguin model though, because the way that our old model looked perpetually depressed was really bothersome. It's like, please, I just want to go home. We need to do it for. No. Making the next VHS tape boils. Is that Demo Man from team-based first-person shooter Team Fortress? I don't know. I don't even think we have that exact. Wait, isn't that white color unreleased? Are you trying to flex on them?
No. It just so happens that a lot of my favorite colors aren't released, such as Old Blue, of course.
Yeah, Old Blue is not released.
Old Blue.
Which is sad.
Old Blue is used in like
Yeah,
99%
of
renders.
Like you can just go ACP and just give yourself clothes, man. Like,
If I will give props to Club Penguin Rewritten for like one thing, I think it is cool that they made Old Blue a public color. But at the same time, Old Blue was always something very elusive in the original Club Penguin, so I don't know if we should keep the same here. The only thing that bothers me about the Penguin model, aside from disjointed arms, are the top and bottom, the don't move middle and bottom.
Yeah, okay. Let me see.
Wait, don't you need membership to buy stuff? Yes,
No.
you need to pay $1,000 to get a license to play this game.
But to be completely serious, Club Penguin 3D does not require membership at all. Anybody that signs up is, could get whatever they want, basically. Everybody is at the same level of each other. Where you don't need membership, there's no member exclusive rooms.
Yeah, which I think is really nice. While that was their way of making money back in the day, practically speaking, however, a membership model just doesn't go in line with like current practices,
Mm-hmm.
If communism was in Club Penguin 3D, it probably wouldn't last for a day.
Wait, what'd you say?
Someone said,
Well, it wouldn't last one day, actually. It only lasts a century.
Zios!
Ha 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 ha. It's funny because it ended.
Funny.
Speaking of communism,
okay.
I watched an entire documentary about how Afghanistan was captured by the Soviet Union in the 80s.
Crazy.
Oh, oh, dang.
Is that what's gonna happen to the Club Penguin 3D Island? Question mark.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll start taking some of the last questions before I eventually need to go. Okay, so I'll think we'll do 5 more questions. I think that's good. So these shoes are weird.
Preload sack. What did
Wait.
I just read?
Hold on.
What even is that?
I think it treats heartburn or something.
Oh.
Where is Richard? I can't say, but he's on the island.
If anyone can find him, you will get those coins. Can I whip my nene in this game? Ha
No.
ha, funny joke.
Haha, funny.
50 funny.
Oh, okay.
When is Richard? Whenever he decides. If he decides to show up somewhere, that's his well design when it goes out. How is Richard?
He's
I
doing
think
fine.
Yeah, probably. Well, Puffle's game personality,
Probably.
once the brown Puffle comes out, maybe.
Well, that's... I think once more Puffles come out and more rigging options come out, then yeah, probably.
Currently, our Puffles have, like, no rig at all. They're a very simple model, so if that ever happened, we'd probably have to redo the Puffles entirely to allow for more expressiveness. Bonzi, best voice actor. I don't know. Maybe sometime, I don't know.
Who is Richard? Richard is whatever he wants to be. He's all-seeing. He's all-knowing.
Richard could be compared to that of a Bogart from the Harry Potter series. Take shape of whatever it desires to be, you know?
Richard is kind of like The Thing. From, like, John Carpenter's The Thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say not that gross, but...
Yeah.
Like, he could be. You never know.
I mean... Everyone asks who's Richard, but no one asks how is Richard.
True. Everybody always asks who Richard is, not how Richard is. How is Richard? He is fine. He is very content how he is right now until he decides that he's not.
CPVR Snow, that's up to you, buddy. If you wanna CPVR, I think that would be your
CP3D.
Richard, well, if you look at the wanted posters, that is what he looks like. So
my question is when is Club Penguin 4D? That's what I'm waiting for. My last question: why is the catalog still on June?
because
you asked too much.
It's not as monthly as you think.
Richard spends no games. Richard doesn't even say anything. He's permanently mute out of choice.
So his voice isn't get recorded and tracked back down to him.
Yeah, you know what? He would be the one Penguin Island chat via text boxes instead of a very haunting and creepy audio file would emit from him then.
Okay, last question.
Can I consume food in this game? If you use your imagination. CP91. We can't skip that many tiles. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, you know? Can you add Bob Ross wig to the game? As amusing as that would be, I think said wig is also associated with the pool's clothes thing that we talked about earlier.
Will there be parties? Well, there's one on right now.
Hmm.
Party rooms. If the party event is necessary, then there's going to be an extra room, maybe.
Perhaps.
And thanks for coming out to the stream. Appreciate all the questions. And the party will last quite a while, so everybody has time to come and join. Join our Discord if you haven't. Stay updated on Twitter for when PH might show up, Antarctic, Rookie. So yeah, thanks for being here and enjoying the stream, asking questions, and we'll see you guys later. See you guys.
See ya.